雷鳴と共に散れ。
Hey everybody, welcome back. Marcus Graves back again with another reaction to Naruto Shippuden. If you enjoyed the upcoming video, please like, comment, share, subscribe if you're so inclined. Check out my channel for all my other content that I have on there. Head on over to my Patreon page. The link is down below in the pinned comment. Also in the pinned comment is the link to my Discord. Head on over there. Good fun, good discussions being had over there. And with that, let's get on into it. The lariat on him. Ooh. While the intro is playing, I forgot to mention during my intro, I work my day job around the public. Do you guys remember my theory about Obito, Madara, Toby, all that stuff right there? Now, that theory had been dispelled from me when Madara had taken off his mask in front of Kisame. Kisame saw his whole face and said, Madara-san, like he recognized him as Madara. So I'm like, well, it's pretty cut and dry. That's Madara. Going back to what I said about my day job working around the public, a family came in. One of their sons, one of their little boys, had on a Naruto shirt. At first I saw Kakashi, which of course, you know my boy. So at first I'm like, oh, okay, cool, Naruto shirt, got my boy Kakashi, that's cool. As I started to see more of the shirt, however, Kakashi is on the left side of the shirt. Madara is on the right side. Okay? Basically, split-faced type of thing going on. Immediately, my mind said, okay, I was right. Because unless something happens during this great ninja war, is substantial between Kakashi and Madara, what other connection would Madara and Kakashi have? Plus, with Kakashi being on the left side with the left eye Sharingan, which is what Obito gave him, because his right side was crushed. Plus, you know what? This also goes back into what I was thinking about before. Zetsu keeps calling Madara Toby. And if you guys remember that video, I had asked during them, like, why does he keep calling him Toby if it's known that he's Madara? Does he not know that he's Madara? What the heck is going on? But that makes sense now that if Zetsu knows that Madara is not Madara, he's going to keep calling him Toby, which also makes sense. Toby, Obito. Unfortunately, I believe this was slightly confirmed, maybe. At the time of this recording, there was a fairly recent, maybe an episode or two back, episode of My Hero Academia. I won't spoil anything for that, but there is a story where a childhood friend has been turned to villainy. I was watching a react. Now, during that, I was thinking of this because I'd seen the little boy before then. I was thinking of that. I'm like, if all of what I'm thinking is correct, how close is this actually to a Naruto storyline? But I'm thinking to myself, whatever. I'm watching a reaction for that. And when that reveal happens, the reactor says, Obito? So I'm like, once again, okay, I was right. I'm pretty sure that reveal is going to happen fairly soon. Which now begs the question, why, maybe not necessarily why the charade, but why do some recognize him as Madara? And not recognize him as, oh, this is Madara, but literally like Kisame saw his face and said Madara. You know, like that's weird.
ナイス言い訳。
But yeah, I was literally just thinking that. That's a good thing to come up with on me now on the fly. Like, that's true, but that's not the main reason why she did it.
俺の力を見誤ってるぜバカ野郎この野郎
Oh. 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 His hand looked like it was swelling there for a second.
お亡くなりになろうとはいきなり壁を殴り崩して外へ出て行きよった
That switch that he's got. Oh, man.
今日からライカーゲはブレザー遠距離用の美獣弾を使って蹴散らせいいかお前は二度と里から出るな
Made emphasis on the long range, emphasis on staying put. He's aggressive. He's domineering. This is his way, his how he expresses his care. It seems.
いいにはそれを見つけさせてやれお前は俺にとって特別な存在だやっと気づいたかバカ野郎この野郎港はお前に全てを託してということ
けど俺の師匠は父ちゃんを予言の子救世主だって言った。
その救世主港は死んだ
Look harder. You see, he lives in you.
すんげえいっぱいのもんがやりきれるんだって、俺を信じさせてくれる。
So it is a bit what I was saying last episode, that it is faith and self-assurance in themselves, but it was given by Raikage, by Minato and Kushina.
行くぞナルト
失敗はしねえ。
Just like Daddy.
私なりに確かめたくてなどうやら救世主は生きている
You see,
お前
he
の中
lives in you.
この資料によればキュービチャクラモード時のナルトは敵の悪意を感知できるとある
I mentioned this last video as well.
そもそもライカゲ様がそんなことを許すとは到底思えません。
だよな
Actually,
あの
I know. Ooh.
こいつらの目もそろそろ
Tsuki is moon, right?
少し俺好みに変えてはいるがな
忍者ネットワークニュース
まずは現在も激戦が続く各戦場のハイライトシーンを
Because it was some filler. Here's the recap, basically.
こちらもどう対処するか天才軍師四角さんが作戦を練っているといった状況です
Yeah, man, you're on camera.
ラブレターを受け取りその場で振ったとのことですが
いやそれは
それってやっぱり
Urusai!
シャンナラ
That was interesting.
計画通りだ今日千住の火の石は消える
行くな行くなと立ちふさがるは二つの影ライカゲ様とツナデ様このけそこのけと我
Oh, I just had a thought. Because I was thinking the Senju's will is like, if this is Obito, why would he care about this battle that raged long ago that had nothing to do with him? It could still have something to do with him. He is Uchiha. But what if he, like, the resurrected, is a reanimated corpse. So maybe it is Madara with Obito's body. Maybe. But wouldn't he realize that? And he asked how reanimation worked. Unless someone brought him back and, I don't know, said, no, you narrowly escaped. I don't know. What the fuck?
を生かせられた。
はい。
早速ですが、医療チームから連絡がありました。
Raikage is big as fuck.
つまり目的はあくまでお前たちだ。
おとなしく捕まったりしねえよ。
なら今回は話し合いだのと抜かすなよ。マダラはペイン、ナガトとは違う。奴は平和なんか望んじゃいねえ。
人をコントロールするには心の闇を利用。
Speaking of interaction between him and Kakashi, I did forget about this moment. But even then, like I said, nothing substantial.
戦場は大混乱だ。守りを固める。
螺旋丸。
He immediately noticed it. Yep.
ナルトの指示したやつだけ俺も任す。
じゃあ全員敵だ。
They're all enemies.
ビーノちゃん。螺旋弾丸。
I remember him making the one. Holy shit, Naruto.
こうなればそう簡単にこ。
He said, I got
螺
this.
旋手裏剣。
Oh.
口寄せ屋台崩しの術。多重影分身の術。
Ooh. Didn't they say that that was a bad idea?
Taking mental health meds.
Because you could still, splitting yourself off just makes you more vulnerable to the Nine-Tail being able to take over. He split himself into a lot.
あの方は俺たち雲隠れの決定限界ジトン使いのトロイ。あの方の攻撃は必ず。バカ！必ずかわせと言っただろうが。お前は1回目に触れたからかなりの磁力が体中に。お前の体とあの方の手裏剣が引き寄せ合うってことだ。つまり2度目の攻撃は絶対にかわせない。
Ooh.
死んじゃうじゃん。
螺旋丸。
これは主角一尾の力。先
Gold dust.
He will remember the name of Gold Dust.
砂の主角が暴走した時こうやって砂を止めていたからな。
He doesn't have Shikaku anymore.
主角ではなくガーラなのか。
だがジオバー様と友の力で俺はこうして蘇った。
お前に友ができたというのか。
父様、あなたに6度殺されかけ、だが今はもうあなたを恨んではいない。俺も風影となった今、
風影になった。お前が。
今や忍び連合軍戦闘大連隊連隊長じゃ
That's
ぜ。
goddamn right.
眉なしにはカリスマってもんが面に出ちまうんだこれがよ。お前の息子か。
You know, he's right. I never noticed that Gaara had no eyebrows.
しまった。砂嵐は陽動。
A woman. His mother?
彼がお前がまだこの子の中に。砂がいつ何時でもお前を守る。それは主角の力ではなく、お前の母、彼らの力だ。お前は母に愛されていた。死んでなおお前を信じきり守り抜いた。
初めて父様からの薬を渡してくれた。
Hey everybody, if you're enjoying the content, please consider heading on over to my Patreon page and becoming a patron. Not only will you be helping to support the channel, you'll also gain access to exclusive content and benefits such as early access to my videos, my full reactions, and much more. So, if you're so inclined, head on over to my Patreon page, the link is down below in the pinned comment, and become a patron. So, I want to touch on one thing in particular. I have in my notes different things with Gaara's level up, Naruto's level up, and everything that he did. You guys saw my reaction to Naruto, but obviously we know he's progressing. We know he was training with B. Gaara has been very powerful in training as well. And the fact that his father thought it was Shukaku at first, it's like, oh, this is the tailed beast power. It's like, no, this is just Gaara. Pure, unadulterated Gaara with that amount of power. But I really want to touch on the Raikage and the third Kazekage and their shared character trait, which is their shared character trait of pain lashing. What do I mean by that? The fact that whenever they are hurting, their response is aggressive, without quarter, and dominative. When it comes to the Raikage, you saw that when his father died, he put a very strict hold on B. Didn't want him to go out. If there was a fight, stay behind, stay hidden. I don't want to do that. It's his way of expressing his care for B, but it's a hyper-aggressive, domineering, and sovereign way of going about it. And in the same way, the third Kazekage was the same. You saw that he really did care for his, they really did care for his wife. He was younger, yes, but his face wasn't as grimaced, hardened as we have seen his face drawn in the art style before. And unless that was just to convey his youth, could also possibly be the fact that without the burden of his wife's death, he was a lighter guy. Obviously, they were still looking towards making Gaara the Jinchuriki, but there was a bit of a lighter disposition. You see the grief when the heart monitor for Kurara, believe so, was spiking, and then even though we didn't hear it, we know it flatlined. So we see these two Kages compared to each other, not overtly, but in the through line of the story. How, I was about to say how pain, and pain is the same way. So we're seeing this older generation that has been dealt a screwed up hand, or life has kicked them in the ass, who have been burdened by pain and grief, and their response is to raze everything to the ground. The Raikage does that. The third Kazekage did that. Nagato did that. which goes into the aspect that Naruto was trying to tell Nagato, where, okay, pain is going to happen. War is going to occur. You know, people's thoughts are going to be warped and anger and this, that, and the other. I'll stop it. I'll stop war. All right, you wanna bring this war here? Okay, I'll stop that. But I will continue to stop. I will not perpetuate. I will continue to stop. And we've detailed his influence over Gaara. And Gaara got closure, certainly, in this episode. Well, in this last episode. He got closure, certainly. But you see how the contrast between the former generation and the new generation. Handling pain and grief, control, domination, anger, rage, brutality. And then Naruto, when met with pain, literally and metaphorically, when met with pain, resists and becomes a brick wall instead of an absorption and then another lash out. He becomes a brick wall to it. Gaara, when discussing the pain that Yashimaru's words and then his father's actions were performed, and his father's actions, all those things that were being forced to be a Jinchuriki as such a young, all that stuff on his shoulders, he says, I don't hate you. I can even almost understand why you did the things you did, but I don't hate you. Revealing Naruto's influence of his mindset to not perpetuate the pain, but to block and dispel the pain. And maybe not even just to block and dispel, I mean, that's part of it, but also to counter with a contrast. I'm not meeting pain with pain. I'm not meeting anger with anger. I am meeting anger with I'm meeting hatred with resistance. I am meeting pain with compassion. Such as he also did when he had to face his darker self. And as his darker self tried to punch him, he hugs him. That's how the story has always been written of who his character is. And you see his influence beginning to affect the younger generation and rebuke the older generation. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe if you're so inclined. Check out my channel for all my other content that I have on there. My short films, reactions, reviews, my video essays, my Graves plays, all that good stuff that's on there. Much, much more to come. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.